Okay, let's try to complete exercise 6.2. Now, as given in the image, first let's switch over to object layer and let's try to draw rectangle. Now here, the width of the rectangle will be 86 plus 24, that is half of 48, and that will be 1110. And the height of the rectangle will be equal to diameter, which is 48. Now let's try to draw a circle. From here it will be at a distance of radius, which is 24. This space 48. Now let's trim the lines. Okay. Now let's draw another circle having diameter 29. Now let's try to draw the slot features. So for that I will use polyline. From here it will be starting at 14 distance and will be moved 86 minus 54, that is 34. Now let's try to draw arc. Now this arc will be 34 minus 14, so it will be 20. Now let's get converted into line. So right click line. Here we will type again 34. Now let's trim the part. Now save your drawing. Let's also draw this this part, that is line separated by 4 mm. Now for that I will have to use center line first. I will draw center line over here. Okay. Now let's zoom in. Now let's switch over to object layer, and from here I will go up by 2 mm. Then I will draw like this. Similarly, I will extend this line. Okay. Then trim this line. Now let's mirror this line. Select this and mirror this. Okay. Now let's trim this part and this part, this part and this part. Now let's fillet these corners. So F for fillet, R for radius. Radius is 10. I will use multiple options. So the fillet command remain active. Now save your drawing. Now let's draw the top view. So for that I will project and will start from here. Randomly I leave 30 mm distance from the top view. This will be 44 and I will track this point and I will go up by 12 mm. Then I will track the center point and I will close it. Then I will start again and I will track up to this and come back to this line, which is 44 minus 12, so it will be 32. Okay. Now let's complete the center lines here and here. Okay. Now let's switch over to hidden layers and draw the hidden features from here to by 44 mm. Similarly, from here it will start and reach to by 44 mm. Then again let's try to draw these features, that is hidden features of a top slot. Now let's switch over to center line layer and try to complete this center line from here to here and similarly from here to here. So I hope student we have completed the exercise. Now you can add the dimensions if you wish to. Let's try to add few dimensions. So here I will add diameter dimensions. This diameter. Okay. Then I will try to add the linear dimensions over here. Okay. Sorry, this is sorry. I will add linear dimension over here, 44. Similarly, this part. Okay. Then let's try to add this dimensions to this dimension, which is 34. Similarly, from here to here it will be 14. Same way from here, now we forget to draw one of the center line. So let's try to complete it. Okay. Now let's add dimensions. So let's switch over back to the dimension layer, and here from here to here, which will be 86. Okay. Now let's add these dimensions, which is 52. And lastly, let's try to add this dimension to this dimension, which is 44. Okay. So almost we have added the required dimensions. If anything missing, you can add. And finally, I will add the radius dimensions. So I hope, student, it is clear to you and you know how to create the layers and complete the drawing. Now let's try to complete last exercise in experiment number 6. The last exercise, which is 6.3, belongs to inch dimensions. So let's create new drawing. Here, instead of using ACAD ISO DWT, we are going to use Imperial template. So it is ACAD DWT. Select it and click open. Now here I will paste that image which I have copied earlier for the drawing. Now let's create the layers. So go to layer property manager and add a new one. I will add object layer. I will make it blue color. Okay. I will thicken to 0.30 millimeter. Okay. Then I will go here, another layer called center line layer. I will keep it orange color. Then I'll keep the default line width. Then I'll go again. I will add another line, hidden line. I will choose red color. Instead of continuous line type, I will add here S for hidden. And I will choose hidden. Again, in the case of center line, I by mistake leave it continuous, but it has to be center line. So I will load it again. I will press C and choose this and choose center line. Okay. So now let's create dimension layer. Dimension layer. I will choose color orange. Okay. And I will leave its line type to continuous. So hopefully the layer is created. Now save your drawings. I will save it here by the name drawing 2. Okay. Now let's try to draw the part. Okay. So I will begin with the rectangle. Here the horizontal dimension is 1.1 and the vertical is 3. Okay. So first let's draw the center line. So this is, make sure the ortho mode is on. If you find that your dash is center line having larger spacing between these two segments, use LTS command and reduce to 0.5. So it will narrow down the spacing. Now let's also create new layer called hatching layer. So here hatch. Okay. Sorry. HATH, hatching. Now I'll choose different color. Here I will choose violet color and leave it to the default. Okay. Now let's try to create the part. Okay. Now the middle part is 0.16. Okay. So let's make it half. Before that, let's try to create the top part. So offset. Make sure you are on object layer. Let's change to object layer this segment. Okay. So O space offset 0.09. So this line will be like this. Now explode this rectangle command. Now delete the unnecessary part and extend them like this. Okay. Now let's draw the central part like this to this. Now here the gap is 0.52. So before that, let's delete this. Offset 0.52. So I will choose, let's explode outer rectangle and then use offset 0.52. Otherwise it will simply offset entire rectangle. Okay. Now let's trim the part so that there is no confusion at later stage. This part, and this part. Okay. Let's do the same thing at the bottom. This part, and this part. Now we have given radius, right? We'll take it as 0.1. So F for fillet, R for radius, 0.1. Let's try to see. Again, repeat this. Okay. This time I will use multiple command. So command remain active like this. Okay. Now save your drawings. Now let's try to create the center part. Here it is 0.67. So half of that, let's find, press Ctrl 8. So 0.67 here, 0.67, clear this, and 0.67 divided by 2. So it is 0.335. Okay. So offset 0.335 distance this line on this side and bottom side. Now change their layer property to the object layer. Okay. Now let's trim part, this one, and this one. Okay. Also delete this part, and this part. Okay. Now let's save the drawing. Now here we have 1.13. So let's try to find the dimensions here again. So 1.113 divided by 2 is 0.65. Okay. So offset 0.565. So this will be on this side, this will be on this side. Now let's change its property or simply drop to the object layer like this. And let's trim the part. This one, sorry, not this part. This part and this part. And also this one and this one. Okay. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now let's apply radius. F for fillet, R for radius, M for multiple. M for multiple. Okay. Similarly here, here and here. Now press escape and save. Now you can see we are almost ready. Okay. Now only thing is left out is to apply the hatch. So go over here and choose hatch options. Now click on hatch. Now use peak point and zoom in. Click like this. Okay. Now here the spacing between them is little larger, so I will reduce it by 0.8 and close this. Now color is little bit awkward, so let's make it little different color. Okay. Now it is visible to you. Now let's start the line width. Now let's apply the dimensions. So for that I will go over here and choose the dimension layer. Now here you can create either the dimension style or simply go ahead and apply it. From here to here it is 1.13. So let's go for dspace. Let's use the modifier. Then the primary unit will be by 2 numbers. Okay. Then it will be the, okay, select this, set current. Okay. Now let's apply another linear dimensions from here to here. Okay, double click this to add diameter symbol. Done. Now let's apply another dimensions. So from here to here. Okay, similarly you can apply here to here. Now what you can do is simply drag and put it over here. Or simply drag these dimensions away and put it like this. Okay, now double click again to add the diameter symbol in front of these dimensions. Now save your drawing. The only dimension is left out is this part and this part. Okay. 0.52. So select this and take on a left side. Okay, and then lastly the two dimensions. The one of the bottom is over here. It is already given. Let's give this one. If you want to change, if you want to reduce the height of this font size, so go for D space dimension style, modify, and here instead of 0.18 type 0.5, click OK, set current, close OK. Okay, so it will reduce the font size. This is how students you can create the part drawing using layers.